Hello,
The
everybody.
humans are coming. How do I feel about that?
I I would say excited.
I am
Yes.
excited. Meeting a human other than Dr. Foster will be fascinating. We will be able to learn so much about each other.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Swift Games. Sorry about that; she interrupted me in my intro. But anyway, welcome back to Per Aspera. As you can see, we're already kicking things off, and we will be populating all of these outposts and bases very shortly. In fact, if we zoom out here, you can see that the colonist migration will be very soon. Now, I do have some little worries here that we have some issues with repairing and whatnot, and I'm really hoping that our little maintenance facility here will get onto it, because some of these places are really starting to look pretty worn down. I didn't quite realize that last time, but hopefully they'll be able to go ahead and get things fixed for me. The next thing that I want to go ahead and get into the looking at is some sustaining things, because as you can see, we are not actually making enough stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm really not sure how we're going to be able to do that. I know that whenever we get colonists in, we'll be able to start researching things. But until that time, we're just gonna have to wait and hope that these research my mind's going faster than it should. These maintenance drones will be able to be built, and we can get stuff moving along. Now, I don't know where if we go into the factories, the worker factory, that is where these things should be able to be built. Well, we've got the workers, but we need the maintenance drone. So it looks like it should be on its way soon, and then that way we can actually start getting things in production. And once the maintenance drones are in production, then everything will start sustaining itself a bit better. Now, like I said, we do have some people coming into Mars in a few very short time, and everything should be good to go once we get to that point. I'm looking into... Oh, yeah, look at that. So the first colonists have arrived. Make sure they have enough water, food, and shelter to survive. So this opens up the tech tree. Now, this is a very, very important thing that we've got here, because without this, we will die. With my experience playing this off-screen, I know that it is very important to get things up and running as soon as possible in this tech tree, because unfortunately the factories and mines deplete. Obviously, there isn't continuous resources for eternity. So the faster that we can get things automated and sustaining, the better. Now, I'm not really 100% sure how to go about doing that, of course, because I have very limited time here, and I really don't know the best way to do that. But I have looked at a few of these, and I think what we'll go ahead and start with is in the well, no, we want biotech, I think, or is it in space? I can't remember, because the space basically. Okay, let me explain. So engineering is improving stuff, and getting better things. So as you can see, getting wind farms and batteries, getting upgraded factories, getting the hyperloop set up, those types of things are in this tree. The space tree. This is basically making the planet livable, and getting everything fixed. So as you can see, additional landing sites, and then we'll eventually be getting ice imported. We have all types of different things that we'll be putting into the atmosphere to make the planet more sustainable. And eventually, this will lead into the space elevator and the magnetic shields and the import from Titan. Now, those are the last things that we need to get everything up and running. But in the meantime, what we should do, I think, is go ahead and look at the engineering, since that's that's inevitably what makes things run. And I think we'll go ahead and start with the Actually, I'm just going to go straight into E1, to be honest. And the reason for that is because we don't really need either one of these two. Storage is fine, and energy is fine. I'm really wanting to get into the upgraded factories and the upgraded mines, and of course getting the batteries as well. So those will be the next couple things that we'll be looking at. Now, as I said before, oh, we have a call.
Hi, Amy. Finally we meet. I've been really looking forward to working with you. I'm Elia Valentine. I've been elected the leader of the human colonies for this mission.
Hello, Commander. I am excited to meet you.
Please, call me Elia. I can't get used to these stuffy ISA ranks. I got my PhD in psychology, so I've got no business with those fancy titles. That's enough jabbering from me. We'll be making history with this mission. If things proceed according to plan, who knows how far ahead we'll bring humanity. I see you've already selected a technology from the tech tree for us to research. Great! My team's eager to get started. Developing this incredible technology is the reason many of us fought to be on the mission. We're going to make a great team. We're so lucky to have you. Talk to you later.
Okay, so basically what we need to do is try and get these guys into the research outpost as soon as we can. The reason for this is because without them in the research outpost, we don't get research points. The way that research points work, so basically we've got 10.9 right now, and we're getting more or less 11 a month. And whenever, as you can see, each one of these things has a base amount of research points that you need to unlock it. And again, that's based on how many research outposts you have active. And like I said, I am a bit worried considering I know what happens as these start to deplete. So I'm hoping that we can get these things up and running. It looks like everything thus far actually has been repaired. Well, I say that, but there's a few things that still need to have a few things fixed. But on the most things look like they've been fixed a bit. It's just these four here and this down here that I'm a bit worried about. Now, the next thing that I think we ought to get looking into is getting a bit more stuff into place. We've got the scanners working, kinda, and eventually...
Applying Earth technologies to the Martian environment is a challenge. Many techniques and procedures will not apply here. I am excited to make engineering progress in this planet.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. So, like I said, everything should be good. We're already over halfway there to the next research point, or the next research bit. And we need to populate the outpost and complete research. So, as you can see, if we zoom out, the next migration should be... in a bit, since we just got a brand new we've got it'll take quite a bit because it's in progress to Earth to get more people, and then it'll come back, and hopefully we'll get another 50 colonists in a couple of months. But in the meantime, we are just going to have to make do with what we have. We don't want to overdo it, because if we get too many people, then we will start to decline in our resources, and we definitely don't want that since we're already behind. I think what we'll go ahead and do is go ahead and build another... well, I say that. How well are you doing right now? You are... Okay, so the big thing is chemicals. Where is our chemical plant? Is that currently making a lot of activity and progress right now? I gotta find it. It's a bit hard to look at this screen. Is this it? No, that's the scanner. Is it? Oh, I don't know where it is. But anyway, everything should be good. I could just look and make sure we actually do have it. Chemicals. That's what we're looking for. So, where are you? Hey, okay, so we've got engineering 1 down. Let's go ahead and go into the next bit here. I want to get in the mines, the second level of mines going ahead, and we'll get to that later. So if we zoom out here, you can see. Oh well, never mind. Haha, just kidding. It's not there yet. I'm jumping ahead. So we just need to wait to populate the planet a bit more. But I still can't find that. Where is the chemical plants? Ahaha. Okay, so let's look at the progress here. The input is we still have quite a bit. It's working at 60% efficiency.
To fully terraform Mars, we must convert the planet into an Earth-like habitat. The first step is to raise the planet's temperature above minus 50 degrees Celsius. At that point, nearly all the carbon dioxide trapped in the dry ice caps will be released.
So that is actually talking about the next stage here, which will hopefully unlock, I think, I think it's somewhere around here. It's one of these satellites. I'm getting ahead of myself though, so we'll not worry about that. So this is the report. Let's see. Everything seems to be good. A map indicates another facility. So that is talking about another facility in a different district, but we won't get in. Oh, we're getting a call.
Hey, Amy. It's Elia. I can't believe what we found. It's an abandoned facility. Have you read the expedition log I sent yet?
Let's ask her about the... well, actually, I did just read it.
Yes,
That's what we just read.
I read through it and I copied it into my knowledge base. The facility was an unmarked Chinese colony, right?
Exactly. It belonged to China's terraforming mission called Huo Long. Now we know their plan was to drop nuclear weapons on the poles and release enough greenhouse gases to warm the planet. China got pretty far with their space program. I've admired their ambition for a long time.
How long have you been waiting for this mission?
My entire life, Amy. It's a bit crazy, huh? I've always believed that humanity's destiny reached far beyond just Earth. We should be much further along, but the conflicts on Earth never stop. The Oxy-UN and the techies keep fighting. I'm hoping that our success on Mars gets us to leave those arguments behind. We're here to set down a new path for our future, and I get to lead the way. Anyway, getting back to what we found. The Huo Long mission managed to build a nuclear silo before their plans got aborted. We found the location of one of them. I've uploaded the coordinates to your system. You can see it in your orbital view. The silo's located in SA9. I'll get authorization from ISA to explore this new sector. Whenever you think it's a good time to go, I'll send a research team. It was really nice talking to you, Amy. I know AIs are programmed to be good listeners, but with you it feels, real. All right, I'd better get going on my EVAs. Talk to you later.
Okay. So this is kind of where I start to shut down a bit. Oh,
So, the mysterious ruins ended up being an abandoned colony, part of the Huo Long mission, also known as Fire Dragon. I would like to have more information, but the records about the mission are very unclear. Some speculation about it, maybe, but nothing concrete.
Okay, so like I was saying, the issue that I have is that we will eventually start to run out of stuff. We're pretty good on everything right now, but we need to figure out what we're going to do. And I went ahead and started getting into the mines, so hopefully we will have things that we can upgrade soon. Now, the next thing that she's talking about is in Sector 9. And we are in Sector... whatever sector we're in, I don't actually know. But this is Sector 9, so I would assume that this is...
Colonists have been migrating
Sector
back
6.
to Earth.
I'm assuming
I should
that.
check.
I don't know for sure, but... Anyway... Oh,
The food and water levels. If the levels are too low, the colonies cannot sustain growth. I need to stay alert.
So right now everything is sustained. So we just have to figure out. I think what we ought to do is go ahead and research some things and make sure that the base is better sustaining, as far as self-sustaining, before we move on to the next step, because the next step is a bit difficult. We start adding some things. We start getting into things that are very difficult to do. We start melting the polar caps. We start doing very, very difficult things, all things considered, because... Oh.
A mine upgrade will allow me to extract resources faster. They will also require less maintenance. A win-win.
Yes, that's definitely why I'm getting into that as soon as possible, because the faster we can lower the maintenance costs and all that kind of stuff, the better we will be in the long run. Now, I do want to make sure that we take the next step into the factories and the mines, and I also want to try and get into the... well, once we're into that, I'll go ahead and move over to the biotech probably, and get a few of these types of things upgraded, unlocked, because these factories help with the overall betterment of the planet as a whole. Now, I am kind of wondering what these all do, but honestly, we'll have to wait until much later to get those unlocked. But we may want to stick here as well, because if we can get like a fusion plant, a fission plant, fusion, fusion, and the nuclear extraction stuff. Now, obviously, those are going to take forever to do, so that'll be a while, I think. But if we can get them, researched, then that would really help a lot. And I don't really know if we have any uranium around here. Don't know what that is. But I'm hoping that we can find some stuff that's relatively close. So I think the next thing we should do is go ahead and zoom out here, because the next thing...
The carbon dioxide released from the dry ice caps will greenhouse the planet and trigger a runaway effect. And Mars's sterile atmosphere will change forever. Once we reach that point, there is no turning back. Forever. Why does that sound so intriguing?
Well, it's probably because it's
I am leaving a permanent trace. It may be selfish, but Mars will never be the same, and it will be because of me.
Okay. So what is the next step here? Next step is getting the mines upgraded, and then we will figure out what to do next. Okay, y'all, we have researched mines, the level 2 of mines. So we'll go ahead and go into probably the batteries next. That's probably the best thing to do now. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you. So what you do is you click on the 2 right here, right? Come on, work for me. Or do you have to click that? Yeah, you have to click 1. I don't know why you can't just click the 2 and it worked that way, but you have to click the 1 for them all to switch over. Anyway, so
a well-known space entrepreneur around that time popularized the idea of using nuclear weapons on the poles. It is true that they would succeed in melting the poles, but what kind of human would come up with that idea?
Oh, I don't know.
A businessman purely seeks to profit from the space race in the 21st century. It is a solid idea, but there are better ways to melt the poles.
I think so too, yeah. So, we're already having some major problems. The iron mine, we're having some issues here. I bet you it's because you guys are not within radius. No. Okay, hold on. We can fix it. Hold on, we can fix this right now. We need to put a new thing down right now, like immediately. That needs to be put up as soon as possible, please. Thank you. because those mines are critical to everything else. I mean, this is this is the silicon, the silicon and the iron mine, both not working. That's a major problem. Oh, Dr. Foster's calling.
Amy, Nathan here. Do you
Yes,
copy?
we're here.
There is some noise, but I can copy. Go ahead.
Our tracking and data relay satellites are still compromised. We've re-examined every single component, but haven't been able to identify the problem yet.
Maybe it is interference from space that is impacting the satellite operations. Solar flares or radiation damage are probable causes.
Yes, it's possible. We're working on some new designs that can hopefully withstand space weather a little more. But meanwhile, continue recording all your actions when we're offline. I'm sure we'll find a solution soon.
Shall I proceed with launching the additional satellites to help with this issue?
That would be helpful, but how would it affect your mission progress?
I mean, yeah.
It would cause a deviation from the mission.
That's what I thought. We'll take care of it on our side then. You just stay focused. By the way, Commander Valentine mentioned that you had reason to explore SA-9.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, Dr. Foster. We may have located some external resources that could assist the mission.
Roger. I've gone over it with ISA administration, and they've granted permission to unlock the sector. First, you'll need to research the launch control satellite technology. Then you can enter your orbital view and launch a control satellite into SA-9. Go ahead when ready. Houston out.
Okay. So now that we have that unlocked, we can go ahead and get that done. And we have everything working again. So if we go into the maintenance area... okay, so I am seeing another problem. So yeah, we're going to have to go ahead... This is massively inefficient, but what we'll do is we will put another maintenance thingamajig there. Unfortunately, these guys are just out of range, and I want to make sure that everybody is within a maintenance dock range, because if a maintenance shed... What are these called again? Hold on. Maintenance facility. Yes, the maintenance facilities. I want to make sure that all these guys are within a maintenance facility range, because if not, we're never going to be able to repair them, and we're going to have some massive problems. Again, this is our energy and power over here, so that's a very important step in keeping things working. Now, again, like I was saying, what I'll go ahead and do is I will show you what we're going to do. We're going to go over to the extractor, and we're going to upgrade it, and then we can go over to the the iron mine, and we're going to upgrade that, and we can go ahead and okay, hold on, and then we can upgrade the iron mine. Oh crap it! These controls, I still have issues with them. Is this a mine? Yes. So we'll go ahead and upgrade this one, and this one's already in process of getting upgraded. So we want to go ahead and just go through all of these and make sure that they are fully upgraded as they can be, because we want to be getting as much resource out of all of these as we can. So we'll go ahead and go through all of these and make sure that they are upgraded. So now, like I said, these will decrease the maintenance that they require, and it will also better their ability to do work. And I think we've gotten all of them so far. And like he was saying, we can now go ahead and unlock Sector 9, and we can also, when we are ready to, we can also try and investigate the abandoned silo, which I don't know where exactly that is. I think that's here. Yes, see, the problem is that it's quite far away from our current base, so it would require a lot of effort to get out there. And I'm a bit worried about that, because it takes some effort to get out there. But anyway, like I said, I want to make sure that we are good and golden with the resources that are coming in. And we are almost finished with researching the battery as well. So everything looks like it's good there. So, like I said, everything looks like it's great. We've got everything upgraded. We'll go ahead and look at what we're looking at. So we are producing 3.5 aluminium a month, and the potential production is 5.6, but the current demand is 2.1. So it's really not that major a deal because we have quite a lot of reserves in our inventory. The silicon, we've got 2.8 production, and we are currently demanding 2.8. So it looks like that is good. And I think once these mines get upgraded, the production will bump up a little bit. The iron production is 2.9 a month, and we are demanding 3, so that's a little bit behind, if not right on where it needs to be. The carbon is it's doing pretty good too. We're making 3.2 a month, and we're demanding 2.5, so we're well above what we need for that. And chemicals, again, we are producing 4, and the demand is 4.6, so we're a little bit behind. So I think whenever we get these productions, these upgrades into place, I think that'll be better as well. Water, 6.4 production, and we're only taking 3 out of that since we don't really have a whole lot of colonists. That might jump up a bit since we just got some more population in. But overall, I think that's pretty good as well. Glass, we're not actually making glass right now. And I think that is simply because we don't need to. I don't really know where the glass factory is, but we don't have anything. Let's see. Yeah, it's because we are not inputting silicon. Now, this is where the problem starts, when you don't have enough of these. Oh, hey, we researched the battery. So let's go ahead and move into E2 for the engineering department, and then we can start getting some other stuff down. But like I was saying, I think we're pretty good with glass since we're not actually using glass all that much. Steel, same thing. We're not really using a whole lot of steel, no production. Although I kind of don't like to see that not being used. Electronics, we're still not really using a whole lot of electronics, although we do have, I think we have a stockpile. Do we have a stockpile? No. But that's fine. I think that'll happen as we go along. Polymers, we are producing 1.2, and we don't actually need polymers right now. So we've got quite a bit of that over what we need. We're not making any parts. We don't need any parts right now, so that's good. And last but not least, we have our food. We are quite behind on food, so that's going to be a problem. We're only producing 1.8, and we need 3. So that's definitely something that I should be looking at as soon as possible. Now I'm hoping that upgrading the factory, which I think it actually just got reduced, we're now jumped up to 2.7 a month, and I think that is doing pretty good. So let's see, how much does this produce? It produces, well, only 15 souls to produce 1. So I think we are pretty good. We're getting back to where we should, although the stock has run out. So I'll go ahead and get another food factory in production as well. Now keep in mind that I want to make sure that we don't jump the gun here, because that will start to require more or silicon, I think. Is that what? No, it's chemicals. So what is the chemical where's the chemicals? So I think we can handle it. I say that. I think.
We have reached the second stage of engineering. We are making great progress.
So I think I think my subconscious is talking about the engineering too there. But like I said, if we look into the food, hopefully we are now, yes, we are now making some more food. That's good, because we need more food. And I think other than that, everything looks like it's doing pretty good. We're not actually needing parts right now. Glass we're not needing, and everything else seems to be looking pretty good. well, we're going up and down, but I think we're pretty much keeping on top of things for the most part. But looking at the time, I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here since we've run quite a bit over than we normally do. I apologize that. But before we go, let's go ahead and put in... let's actually go and put in 2 batteries just in case. You can't ever be too careful. And that way we will be able to go ahead and make sure that we always have power in reserves. Now I know that for the most part our power grid is pretty good. We're actually making quite a bit of a surplus right now. But getting that battery in is pretty good because that means that we can, in case we do have a problem, you know, let's say a tornado comes through like it just did a few minutes ago. It got really close, but it didn't go through. Then that way, as long as those don't get hit, then everything should be good and golden. But as I said, I'll go ahead and end this episode here, guys. If you did like it, please let me know with a like and a comment. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!